children of God. To anyone new, this channel is dedicated to the life, work, and teachings of a very, very special to me and special to many other people, a very special being named Bruno Gröning. You can find out more about him on my website, thehealingstream.org. So, a few things on my mind about Bruno's teachings and about the path, the spiritual path. But before I hop into that, I'd like to be very clear. I do not speak for Bruno Gröning. I have studied his teachings a little. I've practiced his teachings a little. And I just share my experience and perspective. And it's very important to not blindly follow anything I say or anything that anyone says. Even what Bruno Gröning said. Bruno Gröning did not want us to blindly believe his teachings, but to verify them in our own experience. So please listen to what I have to say and then listen deeply inside yourself, whether what I'm saying is true or not, or more true than not, but maybe more importantly, if it's helpful for you right here, right now. So, with that caveat said, I was meditating in a Catholic church this morning, tuning in actually. And it's really interesting because, lately I've been feeling how important it is to pray, meditate, do spiritual work with other people. When I first introduced to Bruno Gröning through the Bruno Gröning Circle of Friends, there was so much emphasis placed on the group. And I really surrendered to that. And there's deep power to that. And then I was like, well, but we're also, we need to be able to heal ourselves on our own and tune in on our own. So then I really focused on that. And now I'm kind of circling around to both are really important. And it really depends where a person is on their path and on their, someone like Bruno Gröning didn't need to tune in with other people. But I'm not a master like Bruno, and I'm guessing most of the people here aren't. If you are, please call me. But so I was really struggling today, and I just felt called to go to the Catholic Church, which I do sometimes. I'm not a member, but I feel such a peace, and I feel such a divine presence. And as Bruno taught us to think about such things, I feel a divine energy in Catholic churches. And so I went today. The moment I walked in the door, it was like stepping into another world. It was palpable. It wasn't intense miracles and healing started to happen, but it was as if I had literally stepped into another reality. Welcome to all the people who just joined in. I'm talking about the power and presence. Hi to the person who just said hello. The power and presence of being in sacred places. And this is not about a specific religion. I'm not Catholic, but today I went and prayed and meditated in a Catholic church, and it was very powerful. And so there's something about support. There's something about energetic support of other people, of groups, of organizations, of nature. And Bruno urged us to reconnect with nature. And there's something very important about being able to connect to the divine on their own. And so it's not an either or. As I started off this video, I kind of talked about it in a little bit of an either or kind of thing, but both are really important. Unless you are a great saint, in my view, you can't do it on your own. We need each other. And that's the beauty of prayer and meditation in groups, and that's the beauty of organizations, is it brings people together with a shared intention. Of course, groups and organizations have their issues. I could go on and on and on, as we all could, because they are imperfect. Groups and organizations are not God. Churches and specific religions, specific denominations, even the Bruno Gröning Circle of Friends, all of that is imperfect people striving for what is perfect, right? And that includes me and this channel, right? Like, I'm here talking about God and the spiritual path to God, perfection and our journey towards mastery. And I'm not a master. Um, so, so yeah, let's see. There's a comment there. I'll come to it in a moment. So there's this real paradox of we all need the divine, which is perfect, and we all need each other, and to a certain extent we need to associate with other people on the spiritual path, and other people and other groups of people are imperfect. So it can be very, very tricky and complicated and confusing. Let's see. I remember when I was your age now. All I care about is Trump, Trump, Trump is my God and my Savior. Well, I'm sorry that I don't know how old or young you think I am, but so this person wrote that Trump, Trump, Trump is their Savior. It's easy to, regardless what you think about him, and this is not a political channel, we are not going there, but it's very easy to overemphasize certain individuals and certain organizations. And that's kind of what I talked about at the beginning, is initially I overemphasized, the Bruno Gröning circle of friends. But it's also easy to underemphasize, and this is not about Mr. T. We're not getting political, but or I'm not getting political, but and you can see that whether in this last election, whether it was about one side or the other, people are like, oh, if this person is elected, they'll save us. Oh, if that person is elected, we have to elect this person. We have to defeat this person. It's very polarized either or thinking. The long and short of it is every single one of us has positive and negative, and no person or organization or group is going to save us, except, for example, a master. And sorry, Kamala Harris and Donald Trump are not masters, so they're not going to save us as individuals or as a nation. Sorry to disappoint people on both sides. So, so that's one thing that's really, it's really on my mind and heart today. And I think I'm gonna actually, let's tune in for a little bit. I've been sharing some thoughts for a while. Let's share some energy for a while. Let's see, how can I set up so that, so actually I'm gonna set the phone, and it's gonna be facing a particular Christian image. It's actually a Catholic image. It's the Stations of the Cross. I'm not trying to promote the Catholic Church or any specific religious ideology. I just find it very peaceful, and I'm gonna sit down and tune in with folk, and you're welcome to join in. I'd like to thank we had a little visitor from the helicopter above. I'd like to thank everyone who joined in and watched this video. And I wish you a beautiful day of... Actually, the last thing I'd like to say is... Actually, I'm going to make a second video about that. So to my live viewer, feel free to pop back on. Thank you so much.